Thank you. Um, okay, so Hilchos Lashon Klal Gimel, Sif Gimel. Hooray, oid is great Isur Lashon. See how great the Isur is. Shafil Eina Medaber Mitoy Chasina. Even if you're not speaking out of hate, was Calvin Basipul the intention wasn't to degrade the person, to hurt him. Come with Derek sake, you had a good joke. The Derek college race, you're joking around. Alpha P still came to PM as Divik Denayu. In fact, you did say something derogatory. Also, so not even if your intention is not to say Lashon Hara. But if in fact you said Lashon Hara, and we all know that it's all very funny and everyone laughs and even the guy laughs, but it hurts when someone says something bad about you. So, but you're too embarrassed to say that really hurts, so you just laugh along. But it's still Lashon Hara. Sif Dalit. Isu Sipra Lashon Hara Afilu Meina Mevar Be'esa Sipra Se'ishu Medaber Olav. So then the Isu saying Lashon Hara is even if you don't say explicitly who you're talking about, Rakum Sapra stop. It's saying over the story without mentioning a name when we talk in Sipur. However, from the story, Nishma Lashamel Aziz Kevan even Hamasapra Hazeh B'Kol Lashon Hara. But the person hearing figures it out from the story. So that's Lashon Hara. The Yosim was then even more so. Shafir b'divei sipur lo yishamin in Gnai Klal. Says even if what you said there was no Gnai there. But through what you said, it caused something bad to happen to the person or some gnus. Pamasapa in his Kaman Zebar Ramahusa, the one saying it, that was really his intention. He found a sneaky way. He's the rabbi. And he found a sneaky way of saying it in a way that he didn't say anything verbally that's a gnai. But from what he said, the Chofetz Chaim doesn't give an example here. The Ber Mayim Chaim refers us to a Yushalmi. 1 minute. So there's a Yushalmi in Peah that says there was a group of people that they had a certain day, was every day, I guess, the week or something, they would gather together. They look like kibbutz and Nagaria. They would go to, I guess, out to the fields to pick the stuff. I'm a little guessing. Okay, and one of the people in this group was called Bar Choivitz from the Shtamet Angaria. And one day he didn't show up to go. One person said to the other, what are we going to eat today? And one of them responded, Chufza. Now, Chufza is a play on words with Bar Choivitz. It's some type of lentils, and it was called chufza. But the person who said it and said we're going to eat chufza, his intention was to point out that Bar Choivitz didn't show up. Oh, they had to go do, I think, like the king's work or something. Once a day, they had to put in time. And that brought, they said, oh, where's this guy? He should be here also doing the work. So Rabbi Yochanan said this is an example of saying Lashon Hara b'tzina because he didn't say a word about the guy. He just responded when they said, what are we going to eat? With a word, with a food that reminded them that this person didn't show up for work to do his part. The absolutely Zocha Shmai Beferish, he didn't mention his name at all. And he didn't even say what he was thinking, that this guy didn't show up. He said something totally different. He answered when they said, what are we going to eat? He answered, Chofetz, Kufza. Zochar Shema Machal. All he did was mention the name of this food, Umemela, and this Shemai. By doing that, it triggered everyone's memory. So there, it's a perfect case where he didn't mention the guy's name. He didn't say anything derogatory, but in a very sly way, he reminded everybody that this guy's not pulling his weight, that he didn't show up to the job that everyone else has to do. Says the Chofetz Chaim. So even though he didn't say any Ganai, and he answered their question, what are we going to eat? But his intention was to bring up this guy's name. Says the Chofetz Chaim, Gam Zeh B'Kol Lashon Hara. But that was an ikkur b'fi Chazal b'shem Lashon Hara B'tzin. Chazal referred to this as a Lashon Hara B'tzin, private. Let's do a little more. There are other examples of Bali Lashon Hara that they speak. They say over the story Derech Ramois. For who? What is that? They say over as if they have no intention to say anything bad. They're speaking about somebody. They're saying it as if they didn't realize it's Lashon Hara. They're just saying something. Or they didn't really, they made it as if they didn't think that the guy standing there is doing what they're describing, right? There's a guy standing, and they start talking about how bad it is somebody like, I don't know, and their intention is that person standing. Vidah, he says further, you should know that feeling like even if in fact it didn't cause anything bad to the person he's speaking about. Eventually, for example, those people listening, they didn't buy what he was saying. They know the guy, they didn't accept what he was saying. Doesn't mean he didn't say Lashon Hara. The Torah kapara, and he needs kapara. Yosim is even more so. Even if he evaluates initially, that he really, his evaluation of what he's going to say will not cause any rot to the person. Also, like the Sapa B'Dusa, you're still not allowed to talk bad about another Jew, even if you really, your assessment of what you're going to say is not going to cause him any harm. Still, to talk bad, say something bad about another Jew, is included in the Isser of Lashon. Okay, let's learn Shmiras haLashon. We were in the Chasimas HaSefer Perek Zayin of Shmiras haLashon, and talking here about the tremendous meat of Chesed. Let's say Chof Vav Yir. Chesed is one of the three things that the world stands upon. These are always perikvishain. I'm sure you should throw ha'olam ala Torah, ba'ala v'idvot nes chasadim. V'yishkula ki karbonis, and it's equal to bringing the karbonis. K'disa ba'always Reb Nosson, perik dalad Mishnah dalad. Al gemilas chasadim keitzad, says the always Reb Nosson. I guess how does the world stand on gemilas chesed? Are you oimer? Nobody says in Hosea, Ki chesed chofatzti v'lo zevach. Hashem says, I desire chesed, not a korban. In other words, so you see that chesed is more desirable to Hashem than zevach. And the world was created based on chesed. Shneim kiamati oilam chesed yibona. Once Yeshua was traveling out of Yerushalayim, and Reb Shua was following him, and he saw that the Mikdash destroyed. He saw And Rabbi Yeshua exclaimed, woe to us, because the place where we were able to get kapara, where our averos were forgiven, destroyed. Rabbi Yeshua, no. Omaloi, so Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai said to Rabbi Yeshua, B'ni, al yera levav. Don't feel bad. Why? Yesh lanu kapara achashi kaboisa, because we have a replacement for that kapara. Ve'izeh, zeh gemilas chasadim, shenem ki chesed chofatzti, v'lo yizevach. And therefore, Rabbi Yeshua had exclaimed that we lost our kapara. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai told him there's a replacement. Vayin sukkah shadat Rabbi lost a bit stuck. Shugadol man hakarbonos v'choshkin k'nes chasad. Chav zayin iyo v'hi gedol yosef v'mitzvah sat stuck. This is greater than the mitzvah tzedakah. K'mayshamu Chazal, where it's sukkah memtes. Amar Rabbi Losa, gedol k'milas chasad yosef min hatzedakah. Shenemar, also pasuk in Hosea. Ziru lachem tzedakah. You could plant through tzedakah, but kitzu lefi chesed. But the harvest will be based on the chesed. Im adam zareya. I guess it's a continuation of Rebbe Loza. When a person plants, suffolk oichel suffolk ain't oichel. He doesn't know if he's going to have what to eat. He doesn't know if it's going to grow. Adam koitzer vaderech, but someone who harvests, he has it. He has the product. Raisa teaches us in 3 ways. Gmiras chesed is greater than tzedakah. Tzedakah b'mamoin. Tzedakah you can only do with your finances, with your properties. Gmiras chesed bein begufa bein b'mamoin. Gmiras chesed can be also done with yourself, even if you don't have one. You help somebody. Help the old lady cross the street. So chesed has that aspect that tzedakah doesn't. Tzedakah laniyim. Tzedakah can be only done to aniyim. You can't give tzedakah if someone's not poor. But gmiras chesed bein aniyim bein lashim, b'chu, etc. You could do chesed ashirim also need help sometimes. You can do a chesed. Chesed is one of those things that even in this world you can get the payers. What we say in the morning. Chazal say Nyalkut Tehillim. HaChesed Omer Lo Yodem Atzoyim Kol Hadoros. Chesed you do speaks for you to the end of all time. Shenemar v'Chesed Hashem me'olam v'ad olam al yireya. Me'olam ad olam v'chulu mitazuhi achas m'sholish midas tovish l'utbu Yisrael. And Chesed is one of the 3 midas that are implanted, that are characteristics of Klal Yisrael by Shonim, Rachmanim, v'gam lechasadim, Manim Shem Chazal, Gemara in Yevamos. Okay. Yasha Koya.